Because leadership lead and they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
Never would have paid it.
Brother said, lock them doors. I'm getting my money before anybody tries to leave.
So real quick,
bro.
For those that don't know, that's Marvin Sapp.
I don't know who that is. I just know that's a black man trying to steal money from the people.
Listen, Marvin Sapp.
Wait, that sounded kind of racist. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
So Manny is of the lighter complexion of Dominicans, while I am of the darker side. So Marvin Sapp, I have to double check. He's definitely a gospel artist. I don't know about him being a pastor. But the only good thing that I saw out of this that has to be pointed out, when I normally see this type of stuff, the people that are asking for it are never putting money.
Tangibly, just put your hand on take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give 20.
He pulled out some money and gave himself. He pulled out 300 because he paid for some of the other bishops there, whatever the case may be. So as bad as this image is, which it is bad, he also came up and put some stuff down. So we can see it's not for him. It must be for the church. So
yeah, that's a fair point. I'm wondering if there's something that they're trying to like buy or build. So this could be. However, though, that whole locking doors thing, man, that's weird. That's just a little odd.
Yeah. And it's weird. So like we say it like this because Manny and I, we work in leadership in the same church. So this is one of the things that we have to work through.
Lock the doors?
No, money. No. With money in the church, right? So I try and be careful too because this is definitely prefaced as the church are a bunch of thieves and stuff like that. And I've seen and heard stories of people in our local area that have done something similar.
Oh yeah, there are definitely thieves out there. Yeah, I don't know the full story. I don't know if you know either.
I don't know
what's going on.
But the fact that he's putting money out of his own pocket, and so let me preface it like this too.
And he did have the leadership put in 100, whereas he was saying the other folk would put in 20.
So this guy does not need money
to tithe or to bring in the offerings. I think that because for us we have one church service that has a lot of people that have been going to church for a while, so they kind of understand that the building, the upkeep, the staff, all those things, we need money to pay for those things. And there's a lot of people that obviously volunteer the time as well. We also have another service that we do for a different set of folks, as mainly speak English. Most of them are unchurched, if you will, quote unquote, meaning they haven't gone to church since they were little enough, so they don't quite understand. And I do feel like that's always something that we're treading lightly in.
Yes.
Because we don't want to give the wrong impression because of the stuff that's out there. But at the same time, the reality is that not only does the church need the support of the members, but the members also, it's important for us to learn to give.
Yeah, because we're called to give, and that's where the problem lies.
And I don't know about you, but for me,
now everyone up here, we've all sowed and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you.
Giving and systematically giving to the church, to different ministries, and even people that need help has helped me detach myself from the money that I make. So it has helped me keep that healthy boundary. Like, yo, this is not just money for me to spend on myself or my family. This is also to bless others. So,
and that's the biggest thing, right? Like, there are churches that do this right, guys. For those that may be watching and thinking that we're crazy, that we would give our money to church and stuff like that, just because the wrong is constantly pointed out does not mean that that is the common thing constantly happening. Just like even in the Bible, right? Just because miracles are common doesn't mean doesn't make miracles a commonplace or a common thing. The same way that God has a purpose and a plan for everything, even when it comes to giving, it works the same way. It's not that God needs our money, right? But I think it's foolish for us to say, that we work to pay our bills and we work to pay all the stuff, but because it's the church, it works outside of the rules that God has created. And honestly, that makes no sense.
We get benefits from it. Like, we get a building that's kept, that's heated, and that's cooled in the summer and the winter. And I mean, we all know that heating a house is expensive. Extremely. So imagine a building as big as the ones that we have.
You got the ability to hold conferences in churches. Like, what other place are you going to find marriage counseling for free?
Yeah. And there's people that hold events also within the church. They use the building.
What other place
are
you going to find for a cost almost down to nothing to hold your wedding? We have to remember that money for a lot of us is our God. And that's why we feel disturbed and bothered when we're asked to tithe, because for me it's sad that pastors have to remind their people to tithe, not even to get to a certain number, whatever the case may be, but it's a God-given principle that we're told to do. And if we really look at it, we would be giving more than 10%. That was just for that thing. We're called to give generously, but different conversation for a different video.
All right, y'all. Well, that's all that we have for you today. And as always, just want to remind you that we must persevere.
Peace. Go to church.